The thing is that when you are coming up, when you are rising, you've got to break through glass ceilings. You've got to break through levels and cross through, and there's barriers there, right? There's barriers for entry. Whether those barriers for entry are your mental barriers. When you're making money, when you're rising in a business, you're taking that money away from somebody in an industry. That money that's coming to you, somebody else is making it right now. When you grow your market share, you're taking that money from somebody else. So you got to break through those glass ceilings. There's people established who you've got to basically go inside their business and fucking steal their business and make it yours. In polite terms. That's not, obviously, most likely you don't even know who that person is, whose business you've taken away. But when you're growing from 100 grand revenue to £1 million revenue, probably somebody else's business just went under because you took their money. Right? And when you go from 1 to 5 and 5 to 10 and 10 to 100, you keep doing that. Somebody else is losing out for you to get it, right? Because a limited amount of money circulating. Yeah, you might have incrementally, maybe 10% of your revenue when you're increasing, it might be extra money that you made people spend, but 90% is where they were spending elsewhere, and you've taken that from somebody else, right? So you've got to have huge amounts of determination. When I was on the rise, when I was starting out, I had tunnel vision. There was only one thing that mattered to me in life, and that was being successful. That was becoming somebody of value, becoming a person of value. Nothing else mattered to me. All that mattered to me, my singular focus, and everything I would do, the people I would meet, the socializing I would do, any single thing in my life that I was doing, it was in line with my aims and goals of the life I wanted to live. And that is the kind of focus you've got to have. You'll be successful when you want it so much that you want it like you need to breathe. Like, this is everything I live for. Every atom, every molecule inside me is vibrating at that exact frequency of, I want to be successful and I will do whatever it takes to make it happen. And I had, I would say, a decade, 10 years of working 7 days a week, 18 hours a day, every single fucking day. It's only probably in the last 6-7 years that I've stopped working. First I stopped working Sundays, and then I stopped working entire weekends because now I've got kids and stuff and other responsibilities. Otherwise, for me, work was 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Simple as that. There was no fucking time off. There was no fucking holidays. And if you go and look at somebody like, I've now opted for a more lifestyle centric, where I'm like, I want happiness, I want success, I want to fucking smile, I want to have a good time, I want to enjoy my life. But you still go to the other end of the spectrum and look at someone like Elon Musk. That guy's still working 7 days a week, every single day. He does not take holidays. To this day, the guy's the richest guy in the world. He doesn't take holidays. That's a lifestyle choice. That's a choice. I make that choice. I'm like, I don't want to be just rich and miserable. I want to be successful and happy. That's more important to me than just having, a bank balance that is, but I'm not enjoying it. What is the fucking point of being the richest man in the graveyard? I want to go through and enjoy my life. But the point is that when you want to rise through and break through, and you're going to do it the right way, there ain't no get-rich-quick scheme from what I've seen in sustainable wealth generation. I look at all these people, and people are like, I'm doing crypto, and I'm doing this online scheme and that online scheme, and I'm making this much money, and the individuals in it, they're bubbles. I see all of a sudden out of the blue, they're expanding, and then they burst, right? Sustainable wealth generation, sustainable wealth comes from adding value to the world. The amount of money you make should be a representation of how much value you're adding to the world. That's when it's sustainable. You're adding $1 million worth of value to the world, you get $1 million. That's what it should be. Anytime that equation is out, you're basically on a train that's running into a wall. You might not know there's a wall there, but believe me, if you're not adding the value that you're taking in money from the world, you're heading for a plane crash. Think about the basics. What is business? What is entrepreneurship? I teach my children this every single day. And if you go ask my children, they will repeat to you what I'm about to tell you. Entrepreneurship is the process of solving problems in the world. It's the process of making the world a better place. I genuinely believe this. Yes, you make money from it. Yes, it's capitalism. But the fundamental bottom line is you've got to improve the world. You've got to make people's lives easier. You've got to solve problems for them. And the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you get for it. The more people you solve that problem for, the more amount of people are going to give you that money. If you want to become a billionaire, solve a problem worth $1 for 1 billion people. Think about it in that way. That is the real mindset that one needs to have to be a successful and sustainable successful entrepreneur, is understanding that entrepreneurship is the process of solving problems. Now somebody might say, well Z, you're a real estate developer. What problem are you solving? Well, we're solving the problem of putting roofs over people's heads. We're solving the problem that people want to invest in a foreign country, but they don't know how to credibly do it, right? We give them a secure way to make that investment. I can go and give you a list of 20 problems that we solve in our business. When I create my developments, when I'm designing a scheme, I'm thinking about my customers. I'm like, this is my customer. What are his problems in life? What are her problems in life? As a family unit, how can I make their lives better? Right? And then we create and design our projects to improve their way of living, to improve their standard of living, their lifestyle. That is how you have a problem-solving mindset in business. And that is the only way to create long-term sustainable business that will make you money and give you a good reputation.